Hey guys, what's up? It's Mark here from Bullshit Games, and it is time for another quest for the gaming and college stuff. I guess. I don't have anything to talk about with regards to the Pathfinder group, because this week is our week to play, and last week we played board games. My other group did. So, there's nothing to report there, though I will say that this Friday should be pretty interesting. I'm curious to see just how off guards I might catch the players with the, I guess, twist that I've been hinting at that they haven't seemed to pick up on yet. So that's a thing. Had D&D on Monday night, which went pretty good. Once again, the group is trying to get honey from bees to make mead to make a quick chunk of change. Needless to say, the last time we tried this, we had to turn back because too many party members weren't there. This time around, we made it once again to the edge of the swamp that we have to pass through in order to get to the honey. As we proceeded into the swamp, there was mist that got thicker and thicker. So, the elven druid and myself, being a rogue, I had 50 foot of rope, convinced the drunken dwarven bard to tie himself up. Well, convinced might be a wrong word. We just kind of tied him up and had him walk ahead of us. And he walked ahead of the group until we came to a hitching post, which was in the middle of this mist-shrouded swampiness. And in that area, we found a ferry, which is going to be able to take us across a river that's popped up. And then, well, there was something to our left that we were rather interested in finding out why the solid ground extended out that way. We proceeded to tie the dwarf to the hitching post with the logical conclusion that if something were to grab him and try to pull him away from us, the hitching post would be more resistant than myself or the druid just holding onto the rope because we don't have very high strength scores. At least that was how we justified it to the dwarven bard. And as we sent him out, he walked for maybe, I think, 20, 30 feet, and he failed a spot check and slammed right into the side of a shanty that was just sitting there. He wanted to proceed to explore the shanty, though the druid and I, finding it odd that the rope had stopped, decided it would be in the best interest to drag him back. We drug him back, he told us what he had found, and four of us proceeded to go and check the shanty because, heaven forbid, the group would leave the goat in the cart by itself, because I'm pretty sure people would have a conniption fit. That's how important the goat seems to be to the certain members in the party. I'm thinking at some point that goat's going to disappear. I don't know who's going to do it, but it might disappear. But anyway, we got to the shanty, and something happened that's not supposed to happen. Partially because I'm co-DM, my character has gear, I was allowed to gear up at the beginning. And partially because I've played before and I know how to make a rogue to survive, I've ended up with the highest AC in the party. And that resulted in Monday night, the rogue being the tank. Yes. Which is a horrible situation for myself to be in because I have a high AC. But because I'm still level 1, I have 8 hit points. I took one hit and went down to like 5 hit points, and that was enough of that. So, after I managed to disengage from the lizard man that had attacked us, the poor dwarven bard ended up being our next tank. Which, when your rogue and your bard are tanking, you should probably understand you might have a problem. The problem might be that your fighter types don't know what they're doing, or their job is, or the problem could potentially be the fact that at character creation and party creation, no one had the forethought to make a fighter character to take damage. That's why the DM and myself have kind of decided, I brought the idea up and he okayed it, I'm going to make a sort of assistant for my gentleman explorer, and he's either going to be a half-orc fighter or a half-orc monk. I'm not sure which way to go yet, but it's going to be one of those, and that way, if it seems like the adventure is going to require a bit more in the way of just brute strength, can take the half-orc out. Or if it's going to require cunning and opening locks and things, I can take the rogue out. And whichever one I don't take out, my character owns a tavern, so one of them can work the tavern, which it's a nice little ability to be able to switch things out. So in that group, that was essentially our evening. We will not be playing that again for 2 weeks because we have a fall break this coming Monday, and then the next Monday after that we will play. So we will see what horrible things await our group of brave adventurers after spending 2 weeks in a shanty in the swamp. I guess the next game to talk about is the Eden playtesting game, which is my roommate's game. And I honestly think that is coming to a close. He's on like his 7th revision of the rules, and it's gotten to the point now where he has opened up. He drew me in a little bit more. He opened up the story a little bit and went outside of the just Judeo-Christian and included some other things. Like we were dealing with some Nordic last evening, which was pretty cool. I was a lot more interested in the story, which is sad because part of me is just ready for this game to be over. I'm so tired of being in the group that I'm in. It's ended up being a 2-person group, and the other person in the group just is horrible. I can't stand them. I don't like to say that because, I mean, it's, we're all in we're all in this weird culture thing together of being nerds or geeks or whatever you want to call us, but man, I can't deal with it. It's a problem of differing ideologies and the fact that the humor he brings to the table is juvenile, like middle school, early high school humor, and it's not all the time. Well, no, that is the problem. It's not some of the time. It's all the time, and it's just infuriating. So you have that. So I guess the lesson to be taken away from the gaming group on Tuesdays and Thursdays that I'm in is just make sure you and the other players in the group get along. Because if you don't, it just makes the game not fun. I mean, I'm finding that even at this point, my roommate, the guy running the game, is just, I think about at the end of his rope. He called the game early last night, which was a blessing. I was about ready to leave anyway. And he and I have been talking, and it seems that he has another group that are playing the rules back in his hometown when he goes home on the weekends. And I've kind of just been telling him, look, I think you're at the point now where you don't need 2 groups running playtesting for this. Maybe disband the one up here at college and just focus on your one at home. And if that were to happen, I might look into doing a game night on a Tuesday or Thursday for people. I know there's a group of people up here that want to play some game, and we're just having a hard time finding a time slot to do it. So if Tuesdays and Thursdays opened up, we could do that. And I mean, I might, my roommate would be more than welcome to join that, and since he wouldn't be running his Eden game. But that is kind of currently the tone of gaming at college. I have not been back to the gaming store. I guess because it was just such a disappointment, and it left such a bad taste in my mouth. I have not gone back. I know they're running a couple games, but I just am not interested in going. So aside from that, that quest for gaming at college. And I really hope this video turns out well. I was running a virus scan in the back, and every once in a while, the filming will just like freeze up, and it'll sit there and take a second to kick back into normal. So, like I said, hopefully that's on the level. Like I said, Friday is Pathfinder Down Home, which should be good. There's going to be a horror theme to it to go along with the month, because October is my favorite month and Halloween is one of my 2 favorite holidays. And speaking of Halloween, I'm hopefully in November. I know it's going to be the day after Halloween. It's going to be November 1st, which is the Friday after Halloween. I'm hoping to find a group of people down home, or from up here at school if they'd want to come down to Williamsport for the evening. And I'm hoping to get a group of people together and do like a one-off horror, either RPG or board game night. And I'll record, the Lich Lord and I will record the whole thing, and we'll throw it up on the channel as kind of like our Halloween special. I'd love to live stream it, but the pool shed, the office at the moment, doesn't have internet. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, and it doesn't have any like hardline cables, so we can't do that. But we'll record it Friday night, and I'll probably get it up on Saturday or Sunday, Monday at the latest, because I seem to have lost my 16 gig thumb drive, which is saddening. So either have to get a new one or just wait till I get back to school to upload it. But that's been the quest for gaming at college. I guess that's all I have to talk about. So we'll see you next time here on Poolshed Games, and hopefully you liked the video. If you did, leave us a comment, maybe a thumbs up, or subscribe. That always makes us happy. And we'll see you next time here on Poolshed Games.